Hi, everyone. It's Dr. Azi here. Welcome to the More Than a Pretty Face podcast. Hi, guys. Welcome back to More Than a Pretty Face podcast. I'm here with Lacie today in another episode of the two of us. Hey, Lacie, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. What are we getting into today?
Oh, so I was totally thinking about some beauty buzz that's going on right now.
There's a lot of new stuff coming out. I'm excited.
So many things to touch on. But before we do you have a beauty and blemish?
I do, guys. We're going to be getting into a new Botox that's coming out, and you guys are going to want to hear about this and some TikTok trends that you will be kind of shocked to know about, but you should know about because you never know. Somebody might bring that up at a party coming up, and you got to stay on top of these trends.
Yeah, absolutely.
So my beauty would be, recently I got invited to go to LA and celebrate with Scarlett Johansson. Do you know who she is?
I was so jealous.
I'm not a big movie person,
oh my gosh.
But apparently she's really into skincare. And her people called my people. I was like, is this for real? This is no joke.
I will never forget you saying, do you know who Scarlett Johansson is? And I'm like, oh, what?
Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
Leave it up to me.
Leave it to her. Like, just like my all-star, like, girl crush in movie history.
I'm just not a movie buff, but my kids know who she is. I mean, they love the Marvel movies. And, but yeah, I mean, once I Googled her, I recognized who she was. I mean, I know who she is. And I love that she is so pro-women and she is always so outspoken about what she believes in. And so I got to, know her a little bit, and she's just so sweet and so down to earth and beautiful. Mm-hmm. She's shorter than what I pictured, but nevertheless, just really a cool girl. I could totally hang with her and talk skincare all night.
Yeah. Well, maybe we should have her on the podcast. I don't know, you guys.
She might. She's not on social media.
I know.
But I think she's into podcasts. We should probably invite her on. I think that would be fun.
Yes, please. For me. If no one else.
She's really fun to talk to. She's really sweet. And so, that was really fun. It was a really fun event. I wasn't sure what to wear because it was a vegan party. And so I was going to wear leather pants, but then I was like, it's a vegan party. Is that allowed? So I was like, well, pants is too much leather, so maybe a leather skirt. Oh. So I went with a leather skirt.
Well, there you go. It was perfect. Not too much.
But still, I was walking in like, ooh, is this allowed? I'm not vegan, but the food was pretty good, actually.
Good.
Yeah, so that was my beauty. My blemish it was a long day. I mean, we started Mohs surgery at 7 a.m. We did that up until like 12:31, and then I had to like jump in a car and drive to LA, and it was just so hectic.
I hate driving to
and
LA.
I didn't get home till super late, so it was just like a 20-hour day. I felt like it was a really long day. But, you gotta live life. You gotta, go to LA.
You gotta suck it up for Scarlett.
and have vegan food and a leather skirt. What can I say?
Life's hard.
Life's hard. So, what about you? Beauty blemish?
So, well, I don't know what exactly this would fall under, but I guess I'm going to call it my beauty.
Okay.
Not because, just because it gave us all a good laugh at work. But we had, we see lots of patients for a lot of things, all concerns. And, we ask everyone to dress down to their comfort level. That's natural. We're looking at your skin. Your whole body is skin.
That's true.
And so after doing a full head to toe skin exam with a male patient, completely naked, he ended...
Wait, completely naked?
Completely naked.
Okay, well, some people prefer that, and there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with it, and he had concerns in areas where, completely naked was necessary. But sometimes I don't think that people realize what they say in the manner they say it, and the appropriateness of when they say things, but he, you know, when we finished, we're stepping out. I said, go ahead and get dressed. We'll be back in to finish up. And he said, are you guys satisfied now?
What?
And just
satisfied.
That could be taken
with my moles?
so many different ways. And I just feel like, you know, me, I'm sure my face turned bright red because I'm like, I know you didn't, I'm pretty sure I know you didn't mean it in any inappropriate manner, but awkward.
You say 100% satisfaction. Your
I was just like,
all
everything's good. Everything's good. Be back.
Yeah, you know, if people get uncomfortable, and I can understand. I mean, it's the first time we're meeting them, right?
Right.
And we're meeting them in their birthday suit. And so I could understand as a patient where it would feel shy or uncomfortable. But really, we do this so much. It's like going to the GYN and you just meet this person and now they're like all up in your business down there. But we don't really look at it that way. What we're looking at is, you know, the skin, the moles, the findings, and so forth. So don't be embarrassed. It's easy for me to say. But I think that, especially in our office, because everyone is female.
Yes.
And so coming in, and then there's always like me and like 2 other females in the room. So it's like a whole entourage. And so I could see how that could be a little, you know, uncomfortable.
Yeah. And the whole exam was not uncomfortable by any means. But then, you know, end the exam with that was kind of like wait a second.
One time I saw one of my husband's friends, like a social thing, and he's like, yeah, you're a dermatologist? So I went and had my skin checked as part of a routine check, and she checked my butt. And I was like, okay, I didn't need to know that, but thanks for sharing.
But that's, you know, standard.
Like, okay, all right. He was so mortified. I'm like, you really wanted to tell me this at this event.
Imagine if he was a woman seeing his gynecologist. I think that's why, you know, men don't have to have that.
Yeah.
They can't handle it.
No. So, should we get into it?
Yes. Oh my gosh. But before we do, you guys, please don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe to our podcast. We love seeing you guys tag us in your stories and reading your DMs and all your questions. We appreciate you guys so much.
So we're so excited about this new Botox that's coming out. It's called Daxify. Have you heard of it?
Yes, but I want to get started with something even more mortifying.
Oh, okay. All right.
I mean,
we're on this roll of mortification. So let's do it.
I have to. Have you heard of this obnoxious trend on TikTok right now called vabbing?
Vabbing. Unfortunately, I have.
Yeah, you're the queen of TikTok. Of course you've heard it.
I've been tagged in many videos about vabbing, which is, I'm going to have you do the honor to tell us what vabbing is.
So apparently one of the big trends right now is a new perfume, per se, I guess, where women are using vaginal secretions, I guess is a good word to use, on their neck and behind their ears to bring out their natural pheromones and attract a mate. And I just need to know your thoughts on this.
Yeah, I saw it on TikTok. There was a girl who did it and went to the gym, and she felt very good about it. She said it worked. She apparently met somebody due to the vabbing process. And so,
guys,
yeah, who's coming up with this stuff?
I need you guys to comment right now if you're doing it. I want to see faces.
I don't know who's coming up with this, but there is no scientific evidence that backs up these seductive claims, I would say.
I guess having like a background in women's health, I can't imagine like, how is the process? Are they just sticking their hand down there and just like rubbing it all over their...
Oh boy.
I can't fathom this process.
Well, if you're into vabbing, I have a few tips for you.
If you're going to do it correctly.
Before the harvesting process.
Oh my gosh.
Make sure that you wash your hands.
Yes, please. Please.
Second, make sure that you don't have any sort of infection.
Yeah.
Because a lot of diseases and infections are passed through secretions from our genitals. And so you want to make sure you don't have anything like chlamydia or gonorrhea or any of these things that could be really harmful to other people. And if you happen to have it on your body or your hand and you're touching surfaces going to the gym, for example, you could be, transmitting these potentially harmful organisms to other people. So on a serious note, just make sure that you're doing this in a very clean fashion. You wash your hands before, you wash it after. And I hear what people are doing is taking the secretions and rubbing it like on the inside of their wrist or behind their ears or other surface areas that one would, in my day and age, we would just, use like the Bath and Body, like body spray or your Dior perfume. But if you're going to, rub that in other areas, just make sure those two things. We don't want to spread the wealth on communal surfaces for work or play.
Oh, gross. Have you ever heard of, it's been so long, but I want to say it was called like Pure Romance, or it was basically, it was basically like a sex toy company.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm going there. But they do house parties. And so, of course,
I remember those parties. Yeah.
Back in the day. I mean, I haven't been one to in a long time, but they used to have a spray. It didn't smell at all, but if you'd spray it on yourself, then it was to enhance your pheromones. And, I think the same basis as what vabbing is trying to gain, but I would much rather Pure Romance bring back those fragrances and
definitely much cleaner,
much
cleaner and safer, and So I don't know, this new generation, I think they're getting bored.
Oh, I don't know, I don't understand it, but
so if you haven't checked it out, just hashtag vabbing on TikTok and you will get your fair share of that trend.
Hi everyone, it's Dr. Azi. With the holidays quickly approaching, what better time to start renewing your skin so you can put your best face forward at all the upcoming get-togethers. Azi MD Skincare is offering 20% off our Lift and Renew Serum to our podcast listeners only. Clinical studies show similar efficacy to prescription Retin-A, but without the irritation. It combines trans-retinol and a slow-release technology with bakuchiol and antioxidants, making it a powerful, science-backed anti-aging night serum. Lift and Renew is a multitasking serum to renew skin cells, improve skin texture, pores, fine lines, and discoloration for a brighter complexion. Take 20% off Lift and Renew Serum at checkout on AziMDSkincare.com with code October20. I love to see your skincare transformations, so tag me in your posts on Instagram at Skin by Dr. Azi.
Okay, now to the
better
best,
things.
Best buzz.
The best beauty buzz. So let's talk about the new Botox.
Yes, please.
Technically, it's not Botox. It's called Daxxify, and it's a peptide that is non-human or animal-derived proteins. So it's a completely different molecule than Botox. And they think that also plays a role in how long it lasts. Mm-hmm. So right now we have 4 toxins, neurotoxins on the market. And what neurotoxins do, we inject it into the muscle and the muscle stops working. It stops contracting. And why are we doing this? Is because then the skin can't crinkle up, because under our skin, under our facial muscles, under our facial skin, we have muscles that contract, and by crinkling up the skin, we form wrinkles. And so Botox and other injectables like Xeomin, Dysport, Jeuveau, those all have human albumin proteins and animal proteins, and they stop the muscle from working. While Daxxify, which is the new neurotoxin, is kicks in really fast. Within a day, you see results. Gosh. That's really exciting if you've got a little party to go to. And then 2, it's supposed to last for 6 to 9 months.
Yes.
So instead of coming in every 3 months, every 4 months, every 5 months, you can just come in once a year, maybe, or twice a year at the most. So I'm super excited because although I love doing Botox, I think that it's going to make patients happier and it's going to make, my clinics less full of these recurrent Botox. Although I'm not complaining about doing it. I'm just saying, we could be concentrating on doing other things too.
Yeah.
So it's a major convenience for everybody, I think.
I can't wait to try it.
So it's actually made up of amino acids or peptides, and it's not quite available in the office. We're not sure when it's going to come out. I'm thinking maybe at the early to 2023, but you never know. Once things get FDA approved, then it can take a while because it was actually approved back in September.
Yes.
And, it might take a little while to know how much it's going to cost and so forth. But what the people that are going to really benefit from this are all the medical conditions that Botox benefits. Because we only think about it for wrinkles, but it actually helps a lot of people with, urinary incontinence, or they have spasms in their legs or their eyes. Migraines, for example. And those that, for example, have sweating, hyperhidrosis. We see those patients in our office, and it can be really debilitating for them. And Botox isn't painful to inject, for example, on the hands or under the arms. And so this is going to make it a lot more comfortable because now they don't have to have it injected so often.
Yeah, I'm excited.
So stay tuned for that. Now, a lot of people are asking, well, what if you get a droopy eye or
that's
a bad side effects? I mean, there's a lot of positives, right?
Yeah.
But it may not be the best injection to start with if you've never had Botox, because again, it will last a long time. They did see 2% of ptosis, and that's when your eyelid cannot open. And they think a lot of that is from just diffusion of the protein that gets to that muscle, obviously unintentionally, but still always a risk. There are techniques that we can use to minimize it, but nevertheless, it's still there. So even though the results last 6 to 9 months, I talked to the rep and they said, actually, if you do get ptosis, it still goes away much faster than the duration of the wrinkles. So that was good.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So another new treatment that's coming out from the same company is something called, it's called Teoxin in Europe, but it's RH density. Have you heard of this?
Yes.
It's supposed to be the stretchiest filler there exists on the market, and it just got approved, just landed on my desk actually a few weeks ago. I've been meaning to talk about it.
Say right recently. It's been there.
It's been there. I'm excited to use it though, because I think it's going to be a game changer for, those little parenthesis lines that we get around our mouth.
Yeah.
And we can inject this filler really superficially, and because it's so stretchy, it moves with your mouth moving and talking. And so I am just thrilled about it because we have not had anything that really helps with that. There's Bellotero, right? And that's a really fine filler, and we can inject it really superficially. The problem is it goes away.
Yeah.
It goes away so fast within I want to say a month.
Because of so much movement.
So much movement, and it's a really fine filler, so it breaks down and goes away. But RH density is designed to last longer and be more stretchy than any other filler on the market.
Yeah, that's exciting.
So it's made in Switzerland. It's been out in Europe for some time, but now we have it available in the US. So I'm super excited. And then I'll talk about one other technology. Can I? Do I have time?
Yes.
It is
tell us.
Laser called AviClear that is designed to kill sebaceous glands, overactive sebaceous glands. So it has a similar mechanism as Accutane.
Okay.
And I want to say majority of patients that had this treatment, 3 to 5 sessions of this laser, it's by Candela, and they saw clearance at 3 months.
Wow.
So it might be a game changer in the acne world.
Huge.
So I'm really excited to try that laser. But that's it's actually quite not available yet, but look for that. I'll be clear.
That's exciting.
Well, it's not available in our office, but we're going to hopefully be getting it soon. So yeah, that's all I got.
I love it. This was such a great episode. I hope you guys thought the same. And don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe.
Yes, and tune in to our Instagram at More Than a Pretty Face Podcast. We do a lot of giveaways. Share this with a friend who might be interested in staying up on these trends and new cosmetic treatments that are hitting the market. Until next time, thanks for tuning in.
Bye.
Bye, guys.